Back on the Mule today, engine swap. We got our hoist in here. We got our new engine in. And this is kind of what I was talking about on the blocks. Some of them don't have all these studs that you're going to need for mounting drilled out and tapped. And some of them don't have all of them. This one's got all the ones I need though. So if you take a good look and you're swapping one out and you want to make sure that the holes that I have here line up with the holes of the one you pick online, it's going to be imperative. But anyway, we are nearing the point. I think I'm going to have to jack the rear end up to slide the hoist under it. Then I'm going to do a couple more sensors and the spark plug wires, and then I think I can start unbolting it. It's got a mounting a pickup point here, and there's one here that you're going to be able to lift your engine with, and then the job's going to be transferring all of the accessories and everything over to your new engine, because it comes bare block. So that's going to be a little bit of a task, I think, but not terrible. And I'll be able to start with everything cleaned up. Once I get this thing out of here, I'm going to finish cleaning it up, and then I'll be able to start going back together. Hopefully today or tomorrow I'll have it back in. I don't know what happened here, but I think I broke one of my connectors for the injector. So probably gonna have to get a new injector for that one cylinder, maybe buy it for all three. So that may hold me up at least on getting it started, depending on if I could source them local or not. I really don't know what happened. Looks like it just broke off. If I could find the piece, I may could just slip it back together to get it, because it's just a plug, and I may just plug it in when I get the new one in to just test it and then order a new injector. They're up top, really easy to swap over, so no big deal. A lot of this harness just unconnected, and it's going to slide out of the way. I mean, there's so much room here, so this is going to be very easy to get out. So right now I think I'm going to finish disassembling the sensors, grounds, everything I need off of it, and I'll probably pick you back up when I get the hoist in. I think I'm going to jack the rear end up to slide the hoist further where it's straight over the top. I think I'm going to have enough room without having to take the roof off, but I might end up having to take it off. Hopefully not, but that's going to be our next challenge after we get it off. So I think it's just a few bolts here on this side, and then I think I'm just going to take the one bolt off the mounting bracket there. That way I can come up, because there's plenty of room here where I can go forward more if I need to come up and out. The engine's not super tall, you can see by that one there, and I might end up having to change over the oil pan on the new engine from this engine, but we'll see. They say that's what a lot of people online said, so we'll see when we get there. Alright, got her out. Wasn't no big deal. It was pretty easy to work with. Got it up on the hoist here. Kind of got to working before I started to remember I need to film this, so basically now we're just going to transfer over little things that we need to that block. There's several things that'll just swap right over. I already swapped over the impeller pulley, the flywheel, or not a flywheel, but the crank pulley. A few little sensors that'll get swapped over. I have to take this flywheel off, take this plate off, and another sensors here, pull these injectors, and then in the mount for this side, and this should swap right over. I think I'm gonna be able to pull it all in one piece. Another sensor there, and this block's already, this is the right block, so it just, I set the dipstick in This thing, it just needs a big wash too. I had to pull the wheels off because the hoist wouldn't fit under it. So I'm gonna put the wheels back on, pull it back out, wash it better now that everything's exposed, because it needs it. This alternator, I had to pull it out. You might could do it without it, but I couldn't get the skid plate off because the bolts are all seized up from mud. But this alternator is going to have a really good cleaning, because it is just disgusting. It almost feels like it's locked up too. That's not good. So anyway, that's our next step. Hopefully we don't get a good alternator, but it's not turning, so it should turn pretty freely. Ooh, that feels nasty. Yeah, probably have to get an alternator. That sucks. But that's where we're at now. I'm just gonna swap this stuff over. I'll bring you back. Maybe when I get it all swapped over, maybe video putting the engine back in, because this will all be cleaned in. It'll look a lot nicer than it does now. I think, aside from breaking that deal on the injector here, I don't think I broke anything else pulling it. It was pretty easy. I don't think you'd have no problem if you got a decent mechanical ability. This engine is, you can't turn it. It has the plugs in it, so it's gonna have some more compression, but I feel like I could turn it. I could turn that one, so anyway, I'll get back to swapping and cleaning, and I'm going to put the tires back on to roll it out and take them back off to put the new engine in. But it needs it. Like, this needs cleaning pretty bad. So that'll be our next move. I'll bring you back when we're at a point where I can kind of explain some more. Hey, Meta. There. I might take that valve cleaner off. Alright, so one thing I got that it's probably, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this or not. I might try to take it apart and clean it better. I don't know if that's going to work either. It's just bad. It's hard, maybe hard to see here, but like there's just stuff everywhere inside of it, and it wasn't turning easy at first, but it is now. But I think what it is there's just grass and junk all inside of it. The battery light was on. Previous owner put a new battery on it, but I don't know that this wasn't more of an issue. And this thing is just caked. So I guess my next plan of attack is to try to clean this up better, and then I'm going to put it on the engine and drop the engine in, and probably that's going to be it for today. It's getting hot out here, and I'd rather start fresh in the cool morning and finish reassembling everything. I think that's where we're going to be at. Alright, so here we are back again. Got the old motor out, stripped down. There's just a couple of little tabs or mounting tabs that I'm going to take off it, put on this one to hold wires down. It was very easy. Everything was pretty straightforward. The only thing that really took much time to mention would be you had to take the studs out of the old block and put it in the new one. It didn't come with studs. Everything else looks good. The filter, and I read this online, another guy that got a filter on his said that it was crushed during shipping. This one was too. It wasn't on the engine, it was under it, but the engine crushed it in shipping. I'm gonna put it on it anyway. I don't see any punctures in it, and probably just for a startup, for like maybe just to run it a couple of hours probably, and change the oil to cycle out anything that's in there from assembly. I guess the next thing I'm gonna do is drop it back in. I cleaned everything up in here, within reason anyway. if when you're doing this yourself, if you could take that skid plate off, it's going to make things easier. There's a few bolts to get to that's going to be a lot easier with it off. I couldn't hear, and you know, aside from just really just wrecking either the skid plate or the having to drill and tap out the mounting holes, I just left it as best I could, got out what I could, and will put back what I can. It shouldn't be no issue at all, but things would have been easier, especially on the removing the primary and secondary. Let's see, I'll stop here and pick up, I got an alternator issue, but I'm going to restart the video so I can maybe talk about all of it. Alright, so we got the motor in. My son helped me, made it a lot easier with two people. You could do it by yourself, but you really want to make sure you got the hoist set just right for the angle when you come in, because starting these bolts against the transmission's not very easy with just yourself. You know, it took both of us kind of moving it around to get it where we needed it to get them started. Once we got one started, it wasn't bad at all. It's a little shifting to get the front one in. The front one has a motor mount under the bottom of it that's it can fall out, so you got to pay attention when you're doing that. I put the belt on with the alternator. I don't know if the alternator is going to work. I cleaned out a lot of grass and sticks and stuff that was in the fins. It's spinning free. I put some WD on it to help lube it up a little bit. It doesn't make any sounds, but I don't have a lot of faith in it lasting a long time. So tomorrow, gonna probably get it going. Gonna put the starter on, alternator, finish buttoning that up, intake on. And like I said about the injectors here, I think I'm just going to try it because I don't know if anybody has it local. But I think I can just stick it back on there and it'll probably get connection enough to work. But I'm going to order a new one. The other two look okay. The machine ran great until it died, so I don't think there's going to be any issues with that. I'll probably just run it as it sits before I put the transmission stuff back together, because I really want to take the primary apart and service it a little bit. But I guess that's where we're at. I'll pick y'all back up tomorrow. It's hot. Alright, so back on the Mule, got it all put together. And with anything, you're always going to find something you didn't plan on, but got it all together. Went to turn it over, and it turned over for just a second. I was going to prime it up and then start the video for the first start. Primed it up, or attempted to prime it up. The starter just, man, it sounded weak. So charged the battery, thinking probably battery's low. It hadn't been ran for a while. Was not the case. The starter's just dead. You can tap on it and kind of get it to work some, but it's dead. So alternatives now. Let's say you want to go with OEM. The OEM in town is about $380. There's one in the town near me that's about $250. So, and I can order it online, but it's going to be similar price. Probably not going to save much money if I do, and I can have it today and probably have this thing running today. So I think I'm just going to go get the OEM one. Now the OEM is for a John Deere Gator. That was cheaper than the Kawasaki OEM. Same engine, same starter. So if you're looking to change starters and you find the Kawasaki OEM's high, price out the John Deere Gator one. It's the same engine, so you should be able to save some money doing that. That's what I'm going to do. So, and there's plenty of starter videos. I really don't got to show you any of that. So I'm just going to, I guess, load up, go get the starter, and I'll bring you back when I get it on and ready to start. Alright, so after a long day of parts running, we got our starter, new starter. And this starter is actually for a John Deere, but it's an OEM starter. And the John Deere motor is the same engine, so it saved me about $100 going with John Deere to have the part in hand today. You can kind of see my tape job here to keep everything kind of together on that third cylinder. You got the plugs in, wires in, battery connected. Got a new air filter, put it in. As far as I know, everything should be ready. This is just loosely sat on just to start. I just want to run it, make sure we're good. Battery's charged, so here we go. We're gonna prime it a couple times. Fire it up. Nice. A little loud. What that noise is. The engine sounds good. It's the alternator. The alternator sounds terrible. Probably not gonna last. That sucks. Well, guess I'll cut it off. The engine sounds great though. Alternator bearing sounds like it is done ski, so I guess I'll order one of those. See if it's charging. I may just hit it with a little lube, see if it clears up any, but I doubt it. It was really bad. So anyway, first start success. So I guess I'll start buttoning up some more pieces and have her about ready to put some tires on, clutches on, and get it moving.